It's interesting, when you listed out things that could be good, the things that came to mind first for you were some of them were tool-like. A good wheel, a good axe, even a good machine gun. And I like that. And I think we have some commonality of conception there too, because there's a pragmatic definition of good. It's something that's good fits its purpose. And well, that would be in a hierarchy as well. So that purpose would have to be good as well, right? There's a functional element to that. And so, the way that I've been conceptualizing perception, and I think this is a neurophysiologically informed conceptualization, is that once we establish our aim, the world arrays itself around us into something like pathways and tools and obstacles. That concept I derived in part from J.J. Gibson's conceptualization of perception.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Affordances.
Right, okay. Right, exactly. Okay, so and so what do you think of Gibson's ideas?
I think most of them are excellent. I've been writing about affordances for some time. And what I think Gibson was weak on is he didn't talk about how affordances are actually tracked in the brain. He sort of threw up his hands about that and said the information is in the light. Well, yeah, but how does the information in the light get into our heads and do what it does? That's the part that he was weak on, but we're making great progress on that today in the neurosciences.
Yeah, okay. So let me elaborate a little bit on the Gibsonian model, and I've been thinking about it for a long time, and I've specifically thought about some elaborations on it recently. He talked a lot about affordances, essentially tools and obstacles. Okay, so I'm going to lay out a schema, and you tell me what you think about this. And I'm hoping that it matches the underlying neurophysiology. I believe that it does. So imagine that we establish an aim. This would be with every active perception. We establish an aim, and then what we see in the world, our perceptual systems are navigation tools. And once we establish an aim or a destination, we see a pathway to the destination. We see tools that we could use to afford us movement towards the destination. We see obstacles that could get in the way. So far, that's pretty Gibsonian. We see markers of progress. We see markers of failure. We see allies and foes. That would be more on the human scale. And we see agents of transformation. And the agents of transformation would shift our aims. Right? Because as you said, what's good changes to some degree situationally, like it partakes in a hierarchy of good, but it switches situationally.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. And so I like the expansion, because a human being doesn't really fit the tool category, but then we can perceive human beings who are useful and on our side, so to speak, and we can perceive human beings who operate in a manner that's exactly. So allies and foes seems to be a nice way of conceptualizing that. Okay, so then I think I spend a lot of time on assessing the neuropsychology of emotion. I was particularly influenced